Okay, let's start with the Mangala Charan. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, let's start with the Mangala Charan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Vedant, go ahead, beta.
Om Anjalati Vandasya Jagjana Slakhaya Taskesa Umritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurube Namaha Jai Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Kadamayam Dadati Savapadantikam.
Thank you, beta. Let's go. Sahas.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Upada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vaishna Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagara Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha.
Okay. Jayani and then Navya. Jayani, you're muted.
Hey Krishna Karano Sindhu Jaina Bandhu Jagat Pite Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kancha Garangi Radhe Vindeshwari Vishwanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye.
Avya.
Vanchakalpatubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Adi.
And also
Want to
can
say
you
the Hare
change my
Krishna?
name?
Okay, yes, I can change your name. Adi, you there? You want to sing, just say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? You're muted, beta. Hare Krishna, sing, see this one. Just say the mantra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you, beta. Hari. Hari, are you?
Yes.
Can you say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, beta. So we were discussing the Damodarashtakam. I think we are missing a few people. Let me start the Damodarashtakam, okay? So, hold on. So let me close this PowerPoint. There's too many PowerPoints. Okay, all right. So we were discussing, can you see the Damodarashtakam? Yes? Okay, we discussed, I know Adi, you were not there in the class last time, but we discussed what month is this? the Kartik month, right? And what did we say? What are we supposed to do in this month? Avya?
You're supposed to do puja, because if you do one round of Hare Krishna, then it'll be like 1,000 rounds. So if you do like one thing in spiritual benefits, it'll be 1,000.
Yes, very nice. Yes, Mahima.
In this Kartik month, you should offer a ghee lamp to Lord Damodar every day and sing the Damodarashtakam.
Yes. And yes, we have to offer ghee lamp to Radha Damodar, to Krishna. And we have to sing Damodarashtakam. Have you guys been doing that? Have you been offering ghee lamp? Have you been offering Avya? Vedant? Yes? And have you been singing Damodarashtakam? Yes? Hari has been singing, yes. Okay. Yes, Mehak, you have been singing. Jayani, you have been singing Damodarashtakam?
I light the lamps.
You like the lamps, okay. So now we also have to sing the Damodarashtakam. Okay, so before we get in the class, who wants to sing the Damodarashtakam? I'll share the slides. Who wants to sing? Okay, Avya, you want to sing?
Namata Shrivam Sakit Anandarupam Lasit Kandalam Goloke Brinjamanam Yashoda Bhayokalatam Davanam
Okay, okay.
Paranamsham Ayanto Dhruyato Gopya.
I think, yes, Avya, thank you, but I think you need a little bit of practice. Okay, let's see. Okay, Mehak, go ahead. You're muted, Mehak.
Namami Sadam Sachitanandarupam Lasat Kunjalambo Kole Bajamanam Yashoda Biyoyo Kaladavamanam Paramishtamatyanto Dupadagopya Vadam Mumuneta Yugam Jantam Karamboja Yume Na Sankanetram Muhu Swashacham
Kampa Trire Kanka Kanta.
Titagavam Damodaram Bhakti Bandam.
Okay, let's go. Adhav.
Etrikshavi Vabi Ananda Kunde Swavosaminam Chantam Agya Prayantam Tadi Esikoneshu Bhakti Vitatvam Boham Chaman Chanta Iman Vande.
Samstatavriti Vande. Thank you, beta. Shriya.
Varam Deva Moksham Moksham Vedimba Nachainam Vareham Varesadapiha Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Balam Sadame Manasya Aristakimye.
Mahima.
Idam te mukam boja matyan nile vritam kuntale snigja dakshesha gopya mohushumbitam bimba daktadaram me manasya vedashtam malam lakshalabe.
Thank you, beta. Very nice. Ishan.
Namo Damodara Vishnu Prasida Prabho Loka Jata Vimagnam Kripa Drishti Pristati Dinam Batanu Nisha Marum Agnam Edyakshadrisha.
Thank you, beta. Sahas?
Kuvermatmajabadda Mutraivedimvat Twaya Mocha Bhakti Twaya Mochita Bhakti Bhajo Kritvacha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swa Kameva Prayacha Namoksha Graho Me Siti Damodareha.
Okay, and who else? Hari? Hari? You want to sing the last one? Namaste stu damne.
No.
No? Okay, fine. Mahek, you already got the chance. I'm looking for somebody who's not got the chance. Jaini, have you got the chance? Go ahead.
Namaste.
Namaste stu dhamne spurat.
Dahamane Tavati Yodora Vivasrayat
Dham.
Mahane Namo Radhikaye Divatiye
Tiyaye.
Namo Nanta Lilyaya Devaya Tumam.
Thank you, Veda. So Adi, I know you were not in the class, but what are we doing? Do you know the pastime of Damodar? Do you know the pastime how Krishna was bound in the mortar?
Yes.
You know that? Okay. So what are we doing? We are doing, this month is Kartik month. Ishan, can you stop playing with your pictures? Stop putting any background. Thank you. No backgrounds, please. Okay, show your face and fix your camera. Thank you. And listen, please. So we are doing Damodarashtakam. It is a poem, it's a bhajan composed by Satyavrat Muni. When we are supposed to do this, we sing this bhajan every day in this month of Kartik. The month of Kartik started around 10 days ago on Wednesday, and it's going to continue for 30 days. So this month is very special. If you do one spiritual activity, say one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or you read a book, whatever you are supposed to get from a spiritual perspective, you get 1,000 times more because it's a special month. Krishna has blessed this month because this happened that this Damodar Leela, when, you know, Krishna's mother, who was Krishna's mother, Adi? Do you remember? Okay, Jayani? Yashoda Maya, right? His biological mother was Devaki, but Yashoda Maya took care of him in his childhood. So Yashoda Maya bound him by the mortar, and when he was bound, it was on the Diwali day. When she bound Krishna, it was on the Diwali day. So that's why we worship this whole month as the Damodar month. So I'll quickly tell, Adi, I don't know if you know this, and then we will get into the verses, right? So on this Diwali day, 5,000 years ago, Yashoda Maya was churning butter. Cling, cling, her bangles were clinging when she was churning butter. She was using a churning rod. And then Krishna was around 3 years, I think. I don't remember exactly how. He was very little. So he was around 3 years old. He was sleeping. Then he gets up from the bed, and then he comes and stops the churning rod. He says, "No, mother, you got to feed me. I'm hungry." So then she takes, Mother Yashoda takes Krishna on her lap, and then she starts feeding him milk. But at the same time, the milk was boiling on the pot and the stove. So then Mother Yashoda sees, and then she tries to save the milk from boiling over and so that it doesn't spill. At that same time, Krishna gets very angry. How did my mother, stop feeding me milk? And she took care of that milk. So he goes away, and then in anger, he bites his lips, he picks up a stone, and he throws the stone at the pot, which was full of yogurt and butter. That Meera does that, right? When you get angry, you throw stuff. So she learns from Krishna, right? Krishna, when Krishna gets angry, he sometimes throws when he was a baby. So Krishna took a stone and he threw that at the butter pot, and then he started eating that butter because he likes the butter so much, right? And then he also called his monkey friends, monkeys, come, and he was feeding the butter to the monkeys. And then Yashoda Maya came and said, where is Krishna? He's not there with me. Where did he go? Then she saw that there is a broken butter pot, and from the footsteps, because Krishna's little footsteps were covered with yogurt, and he was putting on the floor, she could catch him and say, oh, Krishna is feeding the monkeys. Then Mother Yashoda says, okay, have you broken the butter pot? He says, no. So Mother Yashoda says, you have done two mistakes. First, you've broken the butter pot, and then you're telling lies. I must punish you. Then she starts running after him. You see the picture? Yes, you see the picture where Mother Yashoda is running after Krishna, right? So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and he's supreme. Nobody can catch him. So she kept running after him, and he's running so fast. But Mother Yashoda, she caught him from behind because Krishna allowed himself to be caught. And then he was like crying because Mother has a stick in his hand, Mother Yashoda. Who can make the Supreme Personality of Godhead cry? Who can make Bhagavan cry? Only Mother Yashoda, because she is the best mother. She's full of love and devotion. Then Mother Yashoda binds him to that mortar. You know what is a mortar? I'll show you what is a mortar. Okay, let's see, where is the mortar? You see the drum-like thing? That's a mortar. She binds him with the rope. She tries, but Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who can bind him? Even though he's a baby, nobody can bind him because he's everywhere. So she kept trying binding him for 12 hours. Mother Yashoda kept trying him to bind for 12 hours. She takes a rope and binds. Oh, it's 2 fingers short. She takes another rope, ties it to the first rope, makes it bigger, and she tries again. It's still short. Yes, it's magic, Meera. She kept binding so many ropes to making the rope bigger and bigger, but it's always 2 fingers too short. Why? Because Krishna says, if you make your effort, if you want to achieve anything, you have to give your 100%, and then Krishna has to give his blessings. So unless Krishna says, yes, you can do this, unless Krishna sanctions, then you will not be able to do anything. So you might do so much studies, but then if Krishna says, no, on that day, something happens, then you will not be able to give the exams. Same thing. So she kept on trying. After 12 hours, Krishna says, okay, fine. She has tried so hard. Let me give her the sanction so she can bind him. Then Mother Yashoda is able to bind him. Then what happens is this Krishna starts crawling with that mortar. And there were 2 trees, the Yamala Arjun trees, which were cursed to be trees. These were 2 demigods, Nal Kuvera and Manigriva. They were cursed by one of the Munis, Narad Muni, that because you are proud and you are shameful, you did not cover yourself. When I came to see you, you'll become trees. But then they told Narad Muni, please forgive us. And then Narad Muni says, okay, fine, Krishna will liberate you. So Krishna loves Narad Muni because he's a big devotee. So then he comes and he crawls, and the mortar is going behind Krishna, and it gets stuck between the 2 trees. And then he pulls hard, and the 2 trees, the huge, big trees, are falling down because Krishna is pulling the mortar. How powerful is Krishna? A small baby who is just 3 years old, he can pull down 2 trees. And then from these 2 trees, these 2 demigods come, they pray to him, and then they go back to their own planet. And then Krishna is still angry with Mother Yashoda. Why did you tie me? I'm not going to speak to you. He did not speak to Mother Yashoda for 7 days. And Nanda Baba, his father, was taking care of Krishna. And then Mother Yashoda is so upset. She says, I'll give my body because my son is not talking to me. Then Krishna comes to know that Mother Yashoda is very upset. Then he comes and sits on her lap, and then Mother Yashoda is happy again. So that's the story in a nutshell. We have done this many times, but I told you in short, Adi, because you were not there in the last class. So we were discussing this 8 of Damodarashtakam, right? So first verse we discussed, Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam. So Avya, where are you? Avya, where is Avya? Okay, yeah. So Avya, I have sent a recording of this bhajan to your mom. Vedant, I have sent the recording of this bhajan to your mom. So listen to this, right? And then pronounce, Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bhiyolu Kalad Dhavamanam Paramrishtam Atyanto Drutyo Gopya, which means I bow down to Namamishwaram, I bow down to Satchidananda Rupam, who is to that Supreme Personality, to that Lord Damodar, I bow down, who is Satchid Anand. Who can tell me the meaning of Satchid Anand? Okay, I know Avya knows. Who can tell me the meaning of Satchid Anand? Anybody else besides Avya? Okay, Vedant.
I think it means, like you said, only the truth.
That Sat is eternal truth. Eternal, you can say Sat. And then Chit, what is Chit?
I don't know that.
Okay. All right. Avya?
It's like whose form is composed of internal and like knowledge and bliss.
Yes, very nice, Avya. So Adi, Krishna is Satchidanand, which means 3 things. Sat means eternal. Krishna is eternal. He's never born. He's never dead. He's always been there. From him comes everything. Sat means eternal. Ishan, what does Chit mean?
Brain.
Ishan, you're muted.
Ah.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
What does Chit mean? You were doing something else?
I mean, I was putting I was like changing
That's
it.
fine. That's fine. Please pay attention for now. Okay. I'm going to
I was
ask.
putting it on full screen.
Okay.
And then I was putting like the screen on this side of the desktop, and then the.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now, please pay attention. Okay. I'm going to ask questions. So Chit means knowledge. He's all knowledgeable. Krishna is all knowledgeable. Ananda means he's all blissful. So when you associate with good friends, you like it, right? Right? When you have good friends who study so hard, you also try to study hard, right? So if you associate with Krishna, if you chant about him, if you think about him, if you hear about him, then you will also become happy, isn't it? Because he's the most happiest person. He's blissful. He gives bliss. So I am bowing down to that Krishna who is full of knowledge, who is eternal, and who is blissful. How are his kundalam? How are his earrings? Who are lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam. Lasat. What does lasat mean? Somewhere it says it's shark-shaped earrings, and then they go back and forth. you see his earrings, they sway in the air, and he's running in the Gokul. He's running in Gokul. Gokul is the place where Krishna used to live. Yashoda bhiyo lukalad dhavamanam, which means Yashoda Maya is running and running after Krishna. And bhiyo means he's scared. Why is Krishna scared of Yashoda Maya? Why? Why is Krishna? Okay, just with I guess. Why is Krishna scared of Yashoda Maya?
Because she has a stick in her hand.
Yes, very nice, Jaswita. But think about it. Can Krishna be scared? He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the most powerful person. Why is he scared? Can anybody tell me? Yes, Avya.
Because Yashoda Maya is like running after him with a stick, and because like if he's scared that if she ties him.
Yeah, but he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the most powerful person.
Then she's like scared that if she puts effort, then he'll have to give the mercy and he'll hide.
Okay, Adi, let's see. What Adi you have to say, Adi?
Because he's a baby now.
Yes, he's a baby, but still he is the most powerful person. Because Krishna's powers don't go away. Okay, Jaswita.
He's scared because Yashoda Maya is she respects Krishna, so he's his mother.
Yes.
Yashoda Maya is his mother.
Yes, he has so much love and devotion he has so much love for Yashoda Maya. Why? Because he let Yashoda Maya be his mother. Even though he's the most powerful one, he's still agreeing to be the son. And the sons, if they see that the mother has a stick in their hand, well, they will be scared. He's just acting like a child. He's a child at this time. He's a baby. But he's agreeing to be a baby because Yashoda Maya has so much love for him. And Paramrishtam Atyanta Dhruta Gopya. So, Para means Paramrishtam catching him the back. You see? The Yashoda Maya is catching him from the back, not from the front. Right? Sometimes you sneak and then sometimes you catch. So they have been running around, and Yashoda Maya, see, from the back, she's catching him. Paramrishtam Atyanto. Atyanto means very much. After running so much. Tatam Tatam Duta Gopya. She has been chasing very quickly. So she has been chasing very quickly and she caught him from the back. So now when we recite this verse, what picture should come in our mind? This picture that I want to bow down to Krishna, who is eternal, who has knowledge, the eternal, the most amount of knowledge, who is blissful, who is happy. His earrings are swaying back and forth in Gokul, and Yashoda, he is scared because of Yashoda Maya carrying a stick, and Yashoda Maya catches him from behind after running so hard. So we should have that. It should be a film, a picture appearing in my mind when I read this. Yes, everybody understand this? So when you sing this, will you remember the meaning? Yes, Mehak, will you remember the meaning? Mehak? Yes, will you remember the meaning? Okay. Hari, will you remember the meaning of this verse?
I don't know.
Okay, try to remember, okay? Sahas and Mahima, is this making sense?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Rudantam muhur netra yugmam jantam haram bhoja yugmena satanka netram. So Rudantam means crying. Krishna is crying. Muhur means again and again. He's crying again and again. Why? And then he's Netra Yugmam Rajantam. He's rubbing his eyes. Netra means eyes. And Netra Yugmam is two eyes. He's rubbing his eyes rubbing his eyes. Why is rubbing his eyes? Because he's very terrified. Satanka Netram, there is terror in his eyes. Because Mother Yashoda has a stick, he has terror in his eyes. You know who terrorizes us? The terrorist, no? The terrorists who fight and kill people. Now with that stick, he is terrorized in his eyes. And then, Muhu Shwasa Kampa Trireka Kanka Kanta Sthita Graivam Damodar Bhakti Baddham. Muhu Shwasa Kampa. Muhu means again and again. He's breathing like this. Because he's running. Krishna is running. And he has necklace here. So his necklace is of pearls. And it's marked with 3 lines like a conch shell. Right? Three means 3. Reka, Kanka, Kanta. Kanta means neck. Right? The throat. So that, because he's panting. He's Ishan, can you turn your camera on? So he's panting, he's breathing, and then you can see his necklace. Sita Graivam Damodaram Bhakti Padham. And so those pearl necklace are on his necklace. And how is Krishna tied? Why is Krishna tied? Krishna is tied with the rope. Ishan? Where are we?
Why is Krishna tied with the rope? It's with pure love.
Yes, it's with pure devotion of Mother Yashoda. I see that you are not paying attention, Ishan. Okay, this is the last warning. Okay, so we did that 2 verses. Let's start today with the 3rd verse. Iti drikswalila bhirananda kunde swaghosham nimajjantam agyapayantam tadeyeshitageshu bhaktirjitatvam puna prematastam swatriti vande. So, iti drikswalila bhir. Swalila bhir. Lila means pastime. Ananda kunde. Anand means bliss. Kunde means it's like a you are drowning in the blissful Leela pastimes of Krishna. So read the translation. Who wants to read the translation? Vedant, read the translation.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is freed from all conception of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds of times.
Thank you. So what is happening? He's immersing. Oh, yes, Jaswita, you have a question? Okay. So we trying to read what does this verse mean? He is because he's doing so beautiful pastimes. Adi, is this not a beautiful pastime that Krishna is getting bound? Yes?
Yes.
So because when you remember about this pastime, this story, everybody is becoming so happy. His family members, the people of Gokul, Vrindavan, they're becoming so happy. And then he's saying that he's only conquered. If you want to conquer Krishna, if you want to win over Krishna, then you need pure love. And you just don't need he's the supreme personality of Godhead and I bow down to him. You just don't need that. that is like, okay, you are respecting the prime minister, the president of the country, but you need to love him. You need to love him like a family member. You need to love him like a friend. You need to love him like all the 5 rasas are there, right? What are the 5 rasas? Can tell me what are the 5 rasas? We have 5 relationships we can have with Krishna. Who can tell me what are the 5 relationships we can have with Krishna? Okay, Mehak. Okay, Avya, I'll come to you. Mehak. Mehak,
I was not raising my hand.
you are what? You don't know? Okay. All right. So instead of Avya, somebody else. What are the 5 relationships we can have with Krishna? Yes, Sahas.
The first one is, I forget the name, but it's like it's, I remember
Shantaras.
Shantaras. Then there's Dasaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, and Madhuryaras.
Okay, can you explain all these rasas? All these rasas.
So like the first one,
Then yes, let's discuss Shantaras.
Shantaras is like how like the trees or like the trees how they express their love to Krishna. Like they can't expressly say like how they like Krishna, but they show it like also like how Balaram, he's the Vrindavan soil, so he expands when like the demons has to come and chase him, and when like, Krishna wants milk or something, he decreases and makes it smaller so Krishna can go to his mother easily, like that. Then comes Dasaras, like Prabhupada or people like us. We're devotees of Krishna, so we served Krishna as a servant. And then the next one is Sakyaras, like a friend of Krishna, like the Gopas. They're all friends of Krishna, so they come under Sakyaras. Then Vatsalyaras are like the parents of Krishna, like Yashoda, my Dada Maharaj. And then the top one is Madhurya Ras, which is basically like all the Kanju lovers of Krishna, like the gopis.
Yes, very nice, Sahas. So I know it's a little high level, but Jasvita, Adi, did you understand what are these 5 rasas? So I'll start with the basic. Sakhyaras. Sakhyaras means friend. When you treat Krishna like your friend. Who was Krishna's friend? Can somebody give me an example? Give the names. Yes, Jasvita.
Balaram.
Balaram is a brother, friend. Okay, Mahima.
The Gopals were his friends, and so were some of the calves.
Yes, but give me a name. Yes, Jaini, I'll come to you. Yes, Jaini, I'll come to you.
Me?
Yes, Mahima, give me a name. Name of a friend. Okay.
Subal, I think his name was.
Subal, yes. Jaini, yes. You give me the other name.
Radharani.
Not a friend, no. Radharani is not a friend. Meaning she's more than a friend. Yes, Mahak.
Madhumangal.
Yes, Madhu Mangal. I know you were Madhu Mangal, right? Yes, Ayati.
No, that was Ayati.
That was
Okay.
Yeah, I was Madhumgo.
Okay. Ayati.
Sridharma.
Sudama, yes. Avya. You're going to say the same thing? And then Shri does. Okay, Mahima, you want to say?
Oh no, Prabhuji, I forgot to put my hand down.
Okay. Does anybody know the name Sridharma? Yes, Isha?
I think he was Krishna's friend.
Yes, but what? Somebody.
Radharani's brother.
Radharani's brother. He used to defeat Krishna in wrestling match. He used to defeat Krishna in the wrestling match. So Krishna regularly used to do that. So Krishna, after he killed Kamsa, so Sridharma says, no, cannot be my Krishna. Krishna gets defeated in the wrestling match by me. So how can he kill Kamsa? Then says, okay, he invited Krishna to fight, and then Sridham gets defeated by Sridham. Krishna gets defeated by Sridham. So this is called, what is Sakhyaras, right? Then is Dasyaras. Does anybody know what is Dasyaras? Das means servant. So we are the servants of Krishna. So we are trying to be the servants. We are not there. We're not pure devotees. So like Hanumanji is a servant of Lord Ram, right? And then Prabhupada is a servant of Krishna. So that is Dasyaras. Shantaras. What is Shantaras? It is neutral rats, where basically you are not in a human form, but you are still trying to please Krishna. In the spiritual world, even the flowers, trees, grass, everything has conscience. Milk, everything. They can talk in the spiritual world. So they're trying to serve Krishna. If you remember, in many stories of Krishna, when Krishna and Balaram used to walk, those flowers used to bend down and try to touch Krishna's feet. That's called Shantaras. They want to try. They will create many beautiful trees and stuff so that Krishna can be pleased. That is Shantaras. So we talked about Shantaras, the Sakhyaras. Then we talked about Dasyaras. Let's talk about Vatsalyaras. Vatsalyaras is parenthood. Who are the parents of Krishna who have so much love? Yes, Jayani.
Yashoda Maya.
Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj. See, Devaki is the original mother and Vasudev is the father, but who has more love for the baby Krishna? Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj. So that is the original source of Vatsalyaras. From them, we have all this. Yes, Jasrita.
I was going to say Yashoda Maya too.
Yes, Yashoda Maya. So, and then the last one is Madhurya Ras, where you love Krishna so much, like a girl, like a boy loves the girl so much. Like, so Radharani. Yes, Mahima.
So when you were talking about the Vatsalyaras, didn't Putana also kind of have that like parenthood like
Yes.
relationship with Krishna?
Yes, Putana also had that parental affection. That's why she got the nurse position, because she came to feed Krishna, right? She came to feed Krishna the milk. But then she was evil in a way that she wanted to, by feeding the milk, she wanted to kill him. So it was a mixed thing. Ishan, are you paying attention? Sit properly. So then we're talking about the Madhurya Ras. That's the highest rasa. That's the highest. That is the love between Radharani and Krishna, the love between the gopis and Krishna. So what is this? So topmost is Madhurya, then comes Vatsalya, then comes, so topmost is the love between Krishna and his girlfriends. And then comes Vatsalya, where Yashoda Maya, the parenthood. And then comes Sakhya, friends, Madhumangal, Subal, Sridham. And then comes Dasya, Hanumanji for his Lord Ram. And then comes Shanta, the trees, the flowers and everything. So do we understand? So what is Krishna saying here? What is Satyavat Muni saying there? You cannot just say, okay, I'm the supreme and you can just bow down to me. You have to have love and devotion. Then you can conquer Krishna. Then you can win over Krishna. Was Mother Yashoda only praying to Krishna? She was not praying to Krishna. She was loving. She was even ready to beat Krishna. Right? So she was even ready to beat Krishna because she was loving Krishna like her own child. So then to that Damodar, I pay my obeisances to Puna. Puna means again and again. Prematas tamstrvriti vande. Satavriti. Satavriti means this word, Satavriti. hundreds and hundreds of times. Shatavriti, tam shatavriti vande. Prematas tam shatavriti vande. I bow down hundreds and hundreds of that time to this Krishna, because he's immersing everybody in this pastimes. When we hear this pastimes, we are like drowning in an ocean of these pastimes, which are so sweet. Tadeyeshu bhakti jitatvam. And who can, this pure love and can only conquer Krishna, pure love, pure devotion, not just going down to Krishna. Okay? So we understand that we have to have a relationship. We have to find that relationship. Do we love Krishna in that Madhuri Ras, Shanta Ras, Dasya Ras? But for now, we are sadhakas. We chant, and then we will, as we grow older, when we grow in our bhakti, we'll find that relationship. Okay? Any questions before we move on to verse number 4? So this is very interesting verse. Param deva moksham na moksham vadem va na chanyam raneyam vareshadapiha idam te vapurnate gopala balam sada me manasi avirastam kim manye. Okay, who wants to read the translation? Vedant?
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of external life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be the beneficent in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
Yes. So now, Vasatyavat Muni, who composed this bhajan, is saying, what does he want? Benedictions means what does he want? What kinds of benedictions? What kinds of vardhan? Do you know what is a benediction? Does anybody know what is a benediction? So Bhagavan gives, Krishna gives, says, right? Oh, so be it. You wanted something and then he gives the tastu, right? That is called a benediction, because he says, okay, you asked for something and then that thing comes true. That is called a benediction. Yes? So, okay. So what is he asking? So he's saying Krishna can give everything. But what does Satyavritti say? That doesn't want impersonal liberation. Do you know what three different forms of God? Can somebody tell me 3 different forms of God? 3 different forms of God. Can some, okay, Avya, I know, she knows. Okay, Mahima knows. Okay, Ishan, Ayati knows. Ishan, can you tell me 3 different forms of God?
It was Brahman.
Mm-hmm.
Then the personal in person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last. Oh wait, the Paramatma, right?
Yes. So Brahman, Paramatma, and
In person. Bhagavan.
Bhagavan. Yes. Okay. So Adi, do you know what are the 3 forms of God? No. So there are 3 forms of God, right? Jasvita, do you know the 3 forms of God? No. The 3 forms of God is, they say, when Krishna is there in the spiritual world, we are in the material world, right? All the earthly planets we are in the material world, which is 25% of the whole cosmic manifestation. And then the 75% is called the spiritual world, where there are also millions of people, millions of planets. In those planets, Krishna lives in Golok Vrindavan. So when he's there as a person, his effulgence, his aura, his rays coming from him, energy, that's called, that's light. That's all, so much light. That's called Brahman. That's one form of God. Yes, Mahima, you have a question?
So in the effulgence like you were talking about, so I remember somebody said that like the impersonalists go there.
Mhm.
So is their goal to like go to Krishna, or is it just to like be God?
It's not be God. You cannot be God because they think that they become God, right? So there are many people who think that you can become one with God, or you can become God, going into that impersonal Brahman thing. Why we call the word impersonal? What does that word impersonal mean? Personal mean I'm a person. Impersonal mean I'm not a person, right? It's something else. It's energy. So with impersonal means, so they think, oh, this body is so bad. I don't want a body. I don't want any relationship. Then I don't have to I don't have to scold my son. I don't have to talk to anybody. I just want to get rid of everything and just be like Om Shanti Om. I just want to be in energy and just floating around. That is called impersonal Brahman, where you're just floating in that white space, which is between the material world and the spiritual world. So you're like kind of in that space, in that energy. You're just floating around and you're doing nothing because there is no person to talk to. You're just floating around. But you cannot become God. Does that answer, Mahima?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, I just wanted to know like what their goal was to go there.
Yes, they are tired of this material activities. Like I don't want all this tension of earning money and spending time with family. Nobody listens to me. They just I want to relax. I want to just be at peace. Or they think they have the wrong understanding that if I merge with God, then I will be just free of everything. Because then our souls by nature, right? We have souls inside us by nature. We are active. We want to do something. And then they will fall back because they will not find people to talk to. They will fall back to the earth. So that is called impersonal liberation. So there are many yogis who believe there is no personal God, there is no Krishna, there is no God who has a form. They will just say, yes, okay, there is only energy. They won't just go there in that energy. So that is impersonal Brahman. Then the second level is Paramatma. Paramatma is in our heart, right? So when we come to this earth or any other material planet, Krishna also comes and lives with us. So we have our soul, Atma, and then Paramatma. So if we meditate and keep thinking about God, we will be able to see Paramatma, right? So that is the second form of God, that Paramatma. And the highest form of God is Bhagavan, who is actually there in Gogolok Vrindavan, who comes down also in Vrindavan. So what is here saying? I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation. I don't want to go in that energy in the Brahman, nor the highest liberation of external life in Vaikuntha. I also don't want to go and see Bhagavan Vishnu or Bhagavan Krishna there in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 process of bhakti. I don't want anything. What do I want? I simply wish that this forms of yours as Bala Gopal, this form of small Krishna, baby Krishna, me be manifest, it shows up in my heart. Okay, can I just close my eyes and see Krishna, baby playing and eating butter in my heart? That's what I want. I don't want anything. I don't want to go and play with Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. I don't want to go there. That's what he's saying. I don't want to merge in the impersonal Brahman. I just want to see Krishna in my heart. See, idam te vapurna te gopala balam sada me manasi. Manasi means man. In my heart, I just want to see Krishna's baby form. I know it's a little boring because from next class we'll try to do some story, but this is very important to understand the meaning. So when you do this verse, you remember what is Satyavrat Muni saying. But we all know why. We always we have been teaching, right? We want to go to Golok Vrindavan and play with Krishna, but this person doesn't want to. Why? Can anybody answer the question? Yes, Ishan?
Because he wants to see Krishna in his heart so that he can forever be in Krishna's service.
Yes, very nice. He just wants to see Krishna in his heart and they just want to serve him. He's selfless. He's not thinking about himself. He's just thinking, okay, how can I serve Krishna? How can I serve Krishna? But for us, we're not there yet. We're not at that high level. If we come back and we stay there, there's so much Maya here, right? There's so much material. There is so much TV. There is iPhone. There is iPad. There is, I don't know what you guys play. There's so many games. Then we might get distracted from Krishna and then we'll start playing and then we might forget Krishna. For me, I want to go back to Golok Vrindavan. I want to go there. But a pure devotee wants to just serve Krishna. They just want to say, wherever I am, I want to serve Krishna. Like Radharani will say, okay, I want to cook for Krishna. She cooks as a different dish for Krishna every single day. She does not repeat, and she cooks for Krishna every single day. She does not repeat a single dish. See how exalted Radharani is. Yes, Ishan, you have a question?
What about Srila Prabhupada? Did he go to Golok Vrindavan and stay in his service, or was he just playing with Krishna?
Yes, he goes to Golok Vrindavan, but he still comes back here. He came here, why? To teach us the path of Krishna consciousness. So even though he's so high, he is like the commander-in-chief of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came down on the earth so that he will write books. He will preach the Krishna conscious movement. So fools like us who have qualification, right? We don't have any qualification. But he came because he's kind-hearted. He's so compassionate that he comes down and then teaches us so that a lot of people can go back to God. Make sense, Isha? Okay. Idam te mukham bhojam atyanta nile vritam kuntale snigdha raktascha gopya muhoshchumbitam bimba raktam dharam me manasi avirastam malam lakshalabhay. Okay. Jaini, you want to read the translation? And then Dashmita, next verse, Jasmita will read the translation. 11:31. I cannot hear you, Jain.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tying with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
Okay, thank you, Beta. So we are already out of time. I don't think so we can do this verse. But I know, is it a little boring for you guys? You can be honest, that's fine. Because this is not a story, this is a poem, and this is a bhajan. We're trying to understand the meaning. So when we recite, we can understand the meaning. Is it a boring? Is it boring?
No. No, Prabhuji.
Okay, so next time I promise we will finish this so we can move on to a different story. Okay.
Didn't we finish all 21 stories?
Yes, then we are going to move on to stories like Prahlad Maharaj, stories like Dhruva Maharaj. We're going to...
So advanced stories?
Yes.
Like other forms of Krishna?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, but I wanted to finish this Damodarashtakam so that when we recite this Damodarashtakam, we know the meaning of Damodarashtakam. Okay, can you bear with me for one more class and then we'll finish this and then we'll go to the stories?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, other kids are also fine.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
And so, Adi, do you have Damodarashtakam at, can I send this to the bhajan to your dad and you can sing this? I'll send the lyrics. Can you sing?
Okay.
You will use a ghee lamp to worship Krishna this month. You'll offer a diya to Krishna. Adi,
Yes.
will you be able to do that? And Jasvita, will you be able to do this? Will you be able to sing Damodarashtakam and offer a ghee lamp to Krishna this month? Yes? And Vedanta and Avya? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll just say our prayers. Vancha kalpatru patitanam pavnebhyo shtavebhyo namo nama ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Yay.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, kids. We'll see you next week. Okay?
Hari Bol.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Bol.
Hari Bol. Yes, Adi, you have a question? Bye.
Uncle.
Yes. Yes, Ayati.
I wanted to ask, do we have a kirtan today too at Ruchi Mataji's house? No.
He's not Kirtan. We have the just. You guys are going trick and treating, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is it okay? Is it okay if Isha and Mira and me, Isha and me and Mira can go trick or treating together
Yes.
at my community and his community?
How can we go at both communities?
That was a candy. Come on.
No, but we have to go. We reach there by 5. So your trick and treating doesn't start before 5.
So we'll do 1 hour at my community, 1 hour at yours. Come on, please.
We have to go to Ruchi Mataji's house to do trick and treating there.
Yeah, but there isn't any kirtan there.
Yeah, but we are gonna stay
Oh,
there.
she's hosting a trick or treat. She's hosting a Halloween party over there.
We are gonna do there. Yeah, whatever we get. Yeah, some kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Ishan Mira coming?
Yes.
Okay. Can I talk to Shreya Mahek real quick, just for 5 minutes?
Your mom has said no, and Rashmi Mataji has said no, and Kokila Mataji has said no. You guys can call each other directly